Oh, this looks cinematic as fuck though.
Does it?
Dude, like that sky looks so fucking blue.
Always in the lab like I'm trying to cure cancer. Just been moving fast, but I'm trying to move it faster. Whoa.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm actually going to tell you 10 things that you didn't know about me. The whole point of this video is to do something different, to do something fun, and for you guys to get more of a personal one-on-one type of, I guess, conversation with me, and to get to know me a little bit better. So, number one, I actually speak Spanish fluently. My mom is from Mexico and my dad is from Cuba. So those two ethnicities and kind of culture clash is pretty cool. The one thing that I do like the most about the Cuban, I guess, culture would be the food. God damn, the food is hella good, all right? Anyways, but yeah, so I speak fluently Spanish, which is pretty cool. I learned that at the same time that I was learning English, so all we speak in my house is Spanish, and then obviously like when I go out and stuff I speak English, so that's pretty cool. Number two, I actually have these written down, so number two is I actually always wanted to be a chef. So when I was little I had like big aspirations to be a chef and like open up my own restaurant and whip some stuff up for everybody. I kind of got away from that just because I don't feel like I wanted to make cooking more of a profession. It's more of a hobby. So I can still cook whenever I want. I can, you know, mess around with it. I can be creative. I can do whatever I want, but it's not my main priority or my main focus or something that I want to make a career out of. But definitely throughout, even through high school, I still wanted to be a chef and, you know, open up my own restaurant and stuff like that and actually cook for other people. And I think a lot of that comes from the, like I said earlier, the Cuban food is, it almost bit me.
A bug got you or what?
Yeah. It actually comes from the Cuban food. So the Cuban food is actually a lot of flavors. It's really bold and it's just a lot different than anything that I was used to. It's like completely different from Mexican food. So if you've ever had the two, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I always wanted to be a chef. Not anymore. Trying to help everybody out, which is why I want to be more of a personal trainer. And why I started the channel is to actually help others. But number three kind of ties into what I just talked about. So my biggest goal in fitness is to actually inspire, it's to teach, and it's to help as many people as I can. So the reason that I got away from trying to be a chef and trying to be anything else was to actually help others. And you know, with the way technology goes and social media, you definitely get a chance to do that. You know, you just kind of start documenting what you do, you start putting your own knowledge out there and people start watching you, people start learning. And honestly, if I can help just one person out or two people or, you know, whoever watches this video or any of the videos that I put out, it's really cool because I'm taking my knowledge and passing that on to somebody else. So that was my, I'm gonna get hit. That was my, it's fine bro, it's fine. That was my biggest goal, honestly. So in fitness, that's what I strive for. I'm actually looking to be a personal trainer. That's why I started the channel. And like I said,
Women like a cameraman, man. I don't know.
hey, true, bro. It's all good. Hey, does she got her window down?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Definitely does.
So yeah, so my biggest goal, once again, help as many people as I can and just pass on the knowledge that I have acquired over the years. And like I've talked about in past videos, if I can help people minimize the BS and minimize any mistakes that they made along the way from learning from my mistakes, that's the ultimate goal for me. So if I can cut somebody's journey from 8 years down to 5 years, hey, that's 3 years that you saved. So I'm just trying to help you out.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, exactly. But
alright, listen up, my delts are burning, bro.
Yo, hey.
They're so sore right now.
Hey, it's all good, bro. Just keep it rolling. So number five, right? Number 5 is actually, I played the cello when I was in 6th grade. So that was really interesting because I had it with my friend Jaime, right? And me and Jaime didn't really care much about like orchestra or any of that type of thing. We just kind of took the class to fill our credits that we needed, and we needed a fine arts credit, so we just kind of threw it in there and we were like, hey, what should we play? So we picked like the second biggest instrument there. If you don't know what a cello is, you sit down, right? And it's like an instrument, you go right here and you play it, right? So we played that in 6th grade. I only did it 1 year and I was done, right? Because me and Jaime actually messed around in that class every single day. We didn't learn, okay, I don't say we didn't learn anything. We learned how to play the instrument, but when it came to concerts and stuff, we were really good at acting. So we just kind of moved the bow where everybody else was going, and we just kind of like BS'd it. And our teacher loved us. She loved us, I don't know why, but she never asked us to do like solos or anything like that, so that was good because we would have been screwed on that. But yeah, so I played the cello in 6th grade, 1 year, never did it again. I don't have anything against orchestra. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. It just wasn't for me. 6th grade, I was a little kid, you know, I was messing around. So there's that. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so number 6. So an interesting about me is I love challenging people's opinions, and I love, I guess, getting more of a deeper conversation out of them. So if you tell me that, oh hey, I don't know, what's an interesting conversation we had?
That one with Wes pretty recently.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just deeper meaning type of stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to say, I guess you could call it weird. So I'm
Philosophical.
Yeah, I'm more into like knowing what you like and why you like it. So tell me the reasoning behind it. So if Jonathan's like, hey, we should do this this new back exercise I got. Okay, why? Like, what does it work? What does it do? What's it for? Where'd you get it from? Have you done it? You know, just everything. So that, and I also love, this is gonna sound weird, I love the stars in the sky. You know what I'm saying? So like at night, when, you can't see anything right now, but yeah, you can't really see nothing. When the stars are out, I love looking at the stars because it's just like, once you put it into perspective, you're a little speck in a big ass universe. And you don't know like what's going on beyond that. You don't know what, I don't know, I'm hella weird when it comes to stuff like that. I guess you could call it like philosophical. Is it like?
So you went round circle with what I said.
Yeah, but I don't
philosophical, bro. It's what that is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say you are.
Yeah. And I just like challenging people's opinions and people's ideas just because it's cool. Like, I think it's really interesting to actually get to know somebody through a deeper conversation and getting to know what they're about through what they believe. So there's that. And let me see. So I got number 8 was that number 8? Or number 7? I don't know what number this is. But I'm really organized. Like, I'm hella organized, guys. Like, this is ridiculous. So if you ask Jonathan, right, you go to my house.
It's ridiculous.
And you open my closet, and I can tell you exactly, like, where everything's at. So let me tell you how it goes, right? So it's jackets, right? And this is going to sound like, oh, like, why would you do that? Like, whatever. I don't know. I'm hella organized. I just like knowing where everything is. I like knowing that I can, you know, call somebody up and be like, hey, go to my room, this spot, and grab this, and then boom. But it's basically like my jackets, shorts, pants, and then I got everything color organized, which sounds kind of weird, but it's all good. It works for me, and like I said, I'm hella organized. And then, for example, my shoes, some of them are in boxes, and then the rest, it's like all Nike in the back row, and then I have Converse, and then the Jordans are up in the front, and then my dress shoes on the right side of the closet. And it's like a little OCD, because if you ask Jonathan, like, we'll go something and like something's out of place or something's dirty, and like I just gotta pick it up. What else? Like when we go out to eat, if I don't tend to make messes, but if I do, I leave crumbs and stuff, I gotta wipe it down, and just like, I don't know. It's just it's a little OCD type of thing. But yeah, so there's that. Let me see. Okay, so I believe this is number 8. This is number 8. I have a really big sweet tooth, but not all the time, if that makes any sense at all. So if there's sweets available, I'll eat it. Or sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had like, I don't know, some Krispy Kreme or something like that. I don't know. But it's not all the time. Number 1, because I know it's not healthy for you. Number 2, I know like everything in moderation is good for you. But number 3, it's just, I don't know, it's like I have a sweet tooth and I like eating more sweet things than savory things, but not all the time. Does that make sense? Whatever. That makes any sense. Let me see here. So number 9, if you know me, you know that I don't show much emotion in the aspect of like myself, I guess you could say. Is that like would you describe it like that?
Yeah, you don't show you're stoic.
Yeah. So I like if something's going on with me, I tend to kind of keep that to myself. And one thing that I attribute that to is the way I look at it is that everybody has their own problems, everybody's going through their own things, and everybody, I guess, is dealing with things of their own. So like if I bring it up, I feel like I'm a burden to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like if that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. You just like don't show emotion. You just kind of deal with it yourself.
Yeah, so there's that. And also it's like I'm really stubborn. Like hella stubborn. Like it's kind of ridiculous. And so when it comes to like showing emotion and stuff like that, I don't tend to do that, which kind of plays against me, I guess you could say, because in like relationships and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in relationships, it just kind of goes downhill.
That's all right though.
Yeah, so I don't want to say like I'm heartless, because I feel like I have a really big heart. That's why I want to help as many people as I can. But it's just like I personally don't like reflecting, I guess. It's hella weird. I'm weird, guys. It's all good though. Yeah, so I just keep to myself a lot. But yeah, like I said. And then number 10 is I absolutely hate hospitals. You will not catch me at a hospital unless I am dying. And even then, right? Even then, you might catch me still at my house, because and it's not even like I've always hated hospitals. And there was actually this one time we were in Mexico and I had really bad bronchitis. It was like in my lungs by the time I went to the hospital. And the only reason I went was because I couldn't talk, right? So I couldn't talk. What the hell? I couldn't talk, and my mom looked in my mouth, and I had like big ass white spots, and it was just because my tonsils were infected, right? I was dying. So she was like, hey, you need to go to the hospital, and I was like, no. And I didn't go to the hospital for like 2 days after she checked me out. And one night it just got really bad. I had like a fever. It was just bad. Like I was dying legit. So she dragged me into the car and she took me to the hospital. And even then, like we got there and we sat down and I was like, look, I was like, it's kind of late. It was like 3 in the morning. I was like, we could go home. I'll sleep it off, no worries. And I just don't like hospitals. I don't drink any medicine. So if I get sick, I tend to sleep it off. Or what I'll do is if I start getting sick, I drink apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. That's usually the cure to a lot of my what would you call it, infections or whatever
Sicknesses.
Yeah, so I don't drink medicine, number one, because I don't think it's, me personally, I think that medicine is kind of I don't want to say pointless, but pointless at the same time, because people tend to rely so much on medicine and rely so much on like foreign things that after a while you just kind of get immune, and then after a while you're screwed because you really don't have anything that's going to help you out.
They're crutches.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like a safety net that people use too much. So no medicine, no hospitals, don't like doctors. And yeah, I just think that doctors tell you some pretty obvious things. So it's like you go in and you're like, hey, like I got a stuffy nose, my throat hurts, and I got an ear infection or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, you sick. Thanks, thank you. And then they just throw you like some medicine, and it's pretty.
Usually antibiotics.
Yeah, but I don't take them.
Antibiotics for everything though.
Yeah, so like I don't take. The only difference was when I was in Mexico, they gave me 2 shots when I was there, right? They were like, hey, you hella sick. Boom, 2 shots. So that was the only difference. They made me take those actually, so but yeah, so those are the 10 interesting facts that you didn't know about me. So I hope you guys learned a little bit about me, and you know what I guess not necessarily what I stand for. It was just 10 things that you didn't know about me, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Like I said, it was something fun, something different, and it's meant to just get to know me more on a personal level. But aside from that, like the video if you liked the video, and if you didn't, like the shit anyways, and then comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.